So the rational approach, as we was talking, the testimonial and the endorsement, where we're gonna sell the whole concept through the faculty staff because they are more credible people. That's the reason why we majorly use these two strategies. Next, talking about the budget, for example.
Hi, I will talk about the budget briefly. It's a new startup, so we haven't talked about the budget as yet. As our client said that we will go out and ask for money. So we'll just give you a brief word what Anisha just talked about and how we have distributed the budget. These are basically the rough estimates, but prioritized according to the values that we think we should be investing in. So social media, of course, the top priority is going to be 15%. And similarly for YouTube and search engine optimization, we're spending about 10% of the budget. And then similarly for the rest of the stuff like mobile marketing and video creation, 10% each. And then mobile marketing is 15%. And then for the rest of the sales and promotion, it's going to be 30%. We will further discuss this, and we have further discussed how we came up with these figures is all mentioned in the report. So moving on, how we're going to be promoting our brand. It's going to be direct consumer sales. We will be reaching out to our customers and directly talk to them instead of going through indirect manner. So we'll be looking forward to collaboration with universities, and hopefully we'll start off with Goodman School, Brock University. And then we will be conducting seminars which will be strictly academic based, and we'll be discussing how Knowquest can help all the researchers and especially the professors and the students to make their research better, both in terms of quality and timely. Similarly, online contests for more signups and get more users. Moving on. So, of course, this is not the time to discuss about corporate social responsibility because it's just a startup, but this is what we have in mind. We'll be handing out scholarships because, again, we are strictly academic, and then collaborations with non-profit organizations to help out students wherever possibly we can, and then the environment, e-printing, and everything else. So this is pretty much it from our side. Thank you very much, and I hope you like the effort that we did, and these are the group members. Hopefully waiting for the dinner that you promised. Thank you so much.
Do you have any questions?
Yes.
I have a question. Well, you mentioned that you suggested rather than going for the US market, first they should focus on the Canadian market because of the network they have. But what about the number of population? Because when you talk about US, Canada is like more concentrated. We have like less universities, we have less population, but in the US it's bigger population. So why not to go hand in hand as a core and the sub-market?
And I can explain about it. So if you actually consider a larger market, you can actually focus on the needs for the people looking at. You can actually target each and every person. Obviously, we have giant players, we have big players who has all the data, who has all the research people who can guide them, who can do each and everything for them. Crowdsourcing, we can new concept, we have to deliver the message and the value to each and every person. If we can do it efficiently in the start, obviously we have a good start and we can continue on that basis. If we, in the very first beginning, we begin with a high crowd, obviously I'll say we can go with the 2 states in Canada, and 4 states in US. But will you be able to efficiently do it? It's a new startup. Do you have enough team and members to target each and everything? That's it.
I just want to add something. We don't know the reach that the client has, but if you can convey a message, transmit a message to 50 people and they know it well, those 50 people would sign up for sure. But if you try to launch, like in the New York state that has like, I don't know, 100 million people, and then you are not like solid at the beginning, if your launch is bad, then you may just lose your whole business idea or your whole like logo, your whole like experience.
And just last thing to add, the 2 companies that we talked about, ResearchGate and Academia, are both US based. We started off in Germany, but then moved to US, so both these companies are in the US who are the big companies right now. So we cannot just go head to head with them. We will start off with where we think is better for us.
Academia has all the connections with the universities of US, California State University, University of California, talking about New York medical schools. ResearchGate is mainly considered about the bioindustry. They have all the research associated people associated with them. They are collaborated with each and every research institute, talking about medical schools in New York, or you go or in Michigan, wherever you want. These people already have their hold. They are in the market from last 7 years. if you go and try to beat them in their networking, obviously you can do, I cannot say you cannot, but it'll take longer time, and obviously you'll waste a lot of money. So why not start early right now, and then we can use it.
How much time does it take to sign up with Knowquest? What's the difference in the other websites and this one, the sign up time in terms of
Sign
minutes?
up time is pretty much the same because it's just going to be the general information that you need to, but you can sign up with Facebook or LinkedIn profile. On top of that, the best part that we have talked about is that we have business, we will be concentrating on business rather than other sciences like biotech, so because academia is strictly bio, so we have an edge over other websites that we have business research articles and
Because the
everything.
Canadian market is growing, so there is a scope of business to be introduced into this one. That's the reason why.
And one more thing, we have, say, they have Facebook, you can see on their homepage. They say they have Facebook login profile. You can actually log in through Facebook. But maximum people not put actual information on Facebook. What we recommend is use Facebook and LinkedIn both. If they log in through LinkedIn, most of the people don't fake in LinkedIn. You have where they study from, you have where they belong, how much expertise they have. So in a way, you have complete knowledge about your users, and moreover, you have prior information. For example, maximum of users are coming from this particular school. Maximum of your users are from this main area. So you know where you are doing well, and you can actually predict where you are not doing well. For example, people from Niagara region are coming and joining your website. Obviously, that means you are doing good in Niagara. And people from GTA, they are joining less. So that means you need to consider more on GTA then. Yes, please.
One thing that I'm curious about, you made a video and it gave a little bit of a background of some of the features and attributes, but from a user's perspective, have you thought about doing, because what I'm unclear about, and I haven't read the report yet and I haven't seen the other side of things yet, but is, if I'm a researcher at Vineland Research and Innovation Center and I'm studying consumer perceptions of, whatever, and I just did a conjoint analysis and I want to look up articles related to that topic. Now, there's maybe what you can do in showing the video is some kind of problem like that, like problem recognition, and then if you go to this website, this is how difficult it would be, and you're not getting all the open source, and it's not accessible, and it's very difficult. But then if you go to Knowquest, you get all of this information. And so it could be like a quick video, not even to show the actual person, but to show this is how it would look with this website, and use a kind of like a comparative strategy. Have you thought about that?
Yeah, I think that this video was mainly designed for this presentation. And then we are suggesting a video allocation for like the money allocation for the video, and that may be an idea. But this was designed mainly for the class, for you, for the client, and for the students, so they can have a quick idea of what Knowquest is and what features it may convey.
At the
But
same time,
most importantly, the operations haven't started as yet, so we cannot show a comparison.
Yeah.
We're still working, and we cannot discuss about the operation because they aren't finalized as yet.
I see, okay.
Yeah, so
That's
as soon as
fine,
as soon as they are finalized, we'll be working on them and then fine-tuning the rest of the report.
that's the reason in the advertising strategy we mentioned the testimonial endorsement kind of ads, so that the faculty can actually come forward, so that the credibility of this message will be more compared to the other kind of ads. So we are focusing on the informative ads basically.
So as I remember once we mentioned in the class, you discussed in the class, like for example, it's about security staff, and if a police officer comes and endorses and gives a
Right.
recommendation to people to go and join
It will be more credible.
it will be more credible. The same thing we are suggesting them. If it's a professor, known professor from a government school, obviously, if you come in the class and say, I went on this website and it's good, obviously, always like each and every one of us will go over there and will
Or
at least see.
even better, if the professor puts it in the course outline.
And
Yeah.
so
We can do that.
if he said so, it's done. Like, we are gonna sign in for sure.
Yeah, that's how we're trying to grab the market and grab their attention. Yes, please.
You mentioned the direct thing, like direct marketing that you'll be talking to different universities. So I'm just wondering about one thing, that all the universities, they have their data banks, they have their own libraries. So how is it going to link to that, and how long is it going to take? Because reaching to the customer directly is quite easier, because once you're there in the market, you can talk to them. But when you're going through the direct sales and communication with the universities, it's going to take long. So how do you?
I'll explain you. We actually did an effort and went a step further over here. As all of us are members in one of the association government school, I am in HR and International Association. So what we did is we presented your business idea to human resource and BUSU. BUSU is Brock Union students. So what they said is they have this proposition of taking sponsors from the either professionals or new startup ventures, and they promote them in their seminars, in their events on your behalf. You have to actually sponsor. You just have to sponsor like $800 for a full year sponsorship. You will be getting full year advertisement, full year media coverage on their T-shirts, on their website, on their tickets, each and everything. It's just $800. And more according to you, we are in Brock, but if actually you go on Brock Library's website, do you think it's easy to find anything that's actually relevant to you? No, right? That's it. Just
That's how we're going to basically collaborate and make the best out of both. So that's what we had in mind in the first place, that we will actually collaborate with most of the libraries in the schools so that all the students have access to that, and we will be charging some money for that.
But that's a different thing.
Yeah.
At the same time, I'm a part of the entrepreneurship club in Brock University. So they have they promote the new venture ideas very easily to the whole students. So they have come up to agree, to kind of promote through the university. So I guess such clubs and such organizations will be supporting us for the data.
Even in the slide, there's a simple word called search engine. The normal word is SEO, search engine optimization. What we do is, when people go online, either it's Google or Bing or any website, to find something, they enter a particular keywords. If you're looking for something like market analysis, might not be a full name of thing, but you enter keywords. So search engine optimization is third-party people on your behalf. They actually do research, find those search important words, and they put those words in your website data. So what you do is, if a person type a particular word, search engine optimization word you use. On Google, you're the first one. Obviously, the first one gets the most click. Most click, most users, most sign up.
But that totally depends upon the budget we have. Since it's in the initial phase, we are thinking
I
about it.
think we are out of time, so I'm just gonna have more questions. Are there any more questions?
Do you have any questions?
I comment, I guess. I thought it was excellent. The video was awesome. You improved on the video that I originally had. I think some of the questions were about the chicken and the egg versus the users and the content. That's the key, is our challenge, which we're trying to build content in the first year. And as we build content, you said it, I mean, the key for you was zeroed in on my customer. And I wanted to go to the United States, I wanted all different disciplines. But I think focused on the business, only that business sector is probably the best way for us to go, which we're going to incorporate. And you mentioned about the business model, right? I mean, obviously, we have to monetize this. And so monetization is using the subscription model that most databases use now, using the library system. But we can't do that unless we have content users. That's the chicken and egg. Talking about it was an excellent job. You made us focus in terms of our direction much more clearer. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much.